What the heck is up, Rams fans? Happy game day, dude. We're getting out of here. I'm going to watch the game. So we're getting fired up. I don't know about you, but I'm getting fired up. I did do something. I'm not leaving exactly from my apartment or anything, but I did probably start a little early because I do need to go get some Red Bulls. So we're gonna do that. So you guys will hang out in the car, watch, hold it down in the car for me while I go do that. And I'm actually gonna also, when I pull up there, I'm gonna try something real fast. It will cut off my stream, but I am trying something. I was just gonna try to share it somewhere, but I have to minimize it first to be able to do that. So score predictions, all that good stuff. Let me know. I do have a Rams trivia question for you today, and I'll be giving away a Rams Showcase towel. So I'll actually pull one of those bad boys out. I've got one in the trunk that I'll pull out. I'll show. I'll do that right here when I go to get my Red Bulls here. Should only take 2 seconds. This gas station's mad quick. All right, trekking through all this snow and slush and business. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you know what? Last time I didn't need the Jeep, but this time I think I do. So that's fun. I actually couldn't go to work yesterday because my car was actually stuck. That rarely happens to me. Very rare that my car actually is stuck somewhere and I can't get it out. But it was because my apartment's plowed. The way that they plowed, they kind of just buckled me in there. So, yeah. Let's see here. Rams house, as Edwin says. Go Rams, go Joe. Go Edwin, go Rams house, man. Go Peo. Rams house. I was thinking a lot about what you were saying earlier today, and I know that this means nothing to anybody else that's here, but I think we need to figure that out. I'm thinking our conversation on names. I think we need to figure something out for you, man. All right. So I'm just gonna pop in here next to this big old truck real quick. Okay. All right. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on a second, because I'm gonna try something real fast with my phone here. I'm gonna just try to share this stream, so it'll cut me off. I'll be 2 seconds, okay? I promise. I'll be right back. I don't even know if you can hear me still. If you can't still hear me, that's awesome. But I'm trying. Hold on. Hold. Okay. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know if it disappeared or what. But okay. Somebody leave a comment that I'm just going into the gas station real fast, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not disappearing on you guys. Whoa. All right. Be right back. Don't move. Don't move. Just think about how crazy it would be if somebody stole my car during this. That'd be crazy, dude. Hold on. All right. This is our giveaway, by the way. A Ram Showcase Rally towel. The way it's supposed to be. All right, let's go watch a Ram game, huh? You guys ready for a trivia question? It's been a while, man. It's been a while since we've done a trivia question. How these work, by the way, is the fastest comment on my stream. So the first comment of the correct answer that pops up in my face is the one that we will crown the winner. It's that's the only way that I can do it because it's really difficult to tell who is first. I just have to go in line on my side. So however the internet decides. But also you gotta have the correct answer. There is really no limit on how many times you can answer. I ask that you don't just blast a bunch of names if you don't know the real answer because that'll make it very difficult for me to see all the comments. Okay, so if you don't know, take legitimate guesses, I guess, but not just tossing in any rando. Oh, okay, yeah, it's your turn, I guess. It's cool. So yeah, so we'll ask that here shortly, and then we'll be ready to bounce out. Dang. All right. Woo. Wintertime has started, finally. It's about dang time, by the way. All right, give me some Go Rams if anybody's ready for a trivia question. Go Rams is a yes, I'm ready. What up, Edwin? Emphasis on the win. What up, what up, what up? Yep, up today, man, is a Ram Showcase towel. Ram Showcase rally towel. I'm running really low on these. These are pretty limited right now. I got those years ago. Probably got too many. Let's be real. Oh, that makes sense. We use that for sledding. Nice. Okay, we got a couple of Rams in here. I made these towels years ago, and in fairness, I think I did make too many. I do want to make more. I think it's a really cool merch thing. But I also do have a question out to some people of like, what kind of merch are you looking for? You know, because my shirts never do well, stuff like that. So I'm just kind of curious, what kind of merch do people get excited about? Because I clearly have no clue. No one ever buys. I've sold 2 shirts, so it's cool. What does that say? Verse and Young are going to eat. Yes, sorry. It's like so bright out here. This is like I don't know if you remember the Dude Perfect episode with Johnny Hecker when he's on top of that roof and he's like, this is pushing like 10 million lumens right into my eyeballs, right to my retinas. That's how I feel right now. Is Johnny Hecker was at 2014, 13 in St. Louis working with Dude Perfect. That's my vibe today. that's so specific. That's funny. All right. All righty. I'm gonna hit the interstate here, so I am gonna ask this trivia question, but I may need some help from you guys. The honesty is gonna be critical here because I may not be able to see who's exactly first. I'm gonna hit this interstate. You guys ready for this question? Y'all ready? I think it's too easy. I'll be honest. I think it's too easy. All right, hitting the interstate now, though. We're ready, 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 ready. Let's go. Who is the first member of the Rams team to ever score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers? First Ram to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers in team history. That is your trivia question. Winner gets a Ram Showcase towel. More dangerous driving on the interstate. It was not Adams. First ever Ram to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers ever. It is not Steven Jackson. It is not Adams. It is not Troy Reeder. He's going to be the last one to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. All right. I'm glad this wasn't too easy. All right. That's a good thing. And if I'm calling out the answers as I see them so that you know if I'm getting you. So if you have an answer that I haven't seen, maybe comment again and I'll say it. I promise. Who was the first Ram to ever score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers? Talking Troy Reeder, yep, the best Rams player on our team. It was not Todd Kitchen. It was not Holt. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo, man, I got a good one here. Isaac Bruce. It was not Isaac Bruce. Nice, man. All right, I like that. Happy game day, Payo! We have our question out. No answers yet. No correct answers yet. Who is the first Rams player in Rams history to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers? It was not Johnny Hecker. Not Bradford. Not Todd Kitchen. Not Johnny Hecker. Let me see. What do we got? Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. First Ram ever. First Rams player in a game to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. It is not Ricky Prohl. Nice. It's not Jesse Hester. Oh, man, I'm nailing this, man. I'm crushing you guys. Clayton, it was not Clayton. You guys are going to be so mad. You guys are going to be so annoyed when I say this answer to you. Where are we breaking? These streets are dry, bro. Everybody's going like 10 under. There's snow like on the side of the road, but this is a dry highway. It was not Marshall Falk. I like it. It was not Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell is a very new player. I'll tell you that. Porter, you are way too new. You are way too new. It was not Kobe. That would be sick, though. You could probably put up a couple touchdowns against the Carolina Panthers. I ain't giving you a year either. We ain't talking years either. Jerome Bettis, AMS, that is right. Bill, you are the winner. Ram Showcase Rally tab for you, man. Yeah, you are the winner, man. Jerome Bettis, first ever Ram to score a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. That was in 1995. Jerome Bettis punching it into the end zone. Bill, what I'm going to need from you, man, is reach out to me in some capacity, whether that's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the Sheriff Joe Bags pages, or the Ram Showcase pages. Hit me up there, man. Give me an address. I'll get you your Ram Showcase Rally towel, man. That is all yours. I'll try to throw in some other stuff as well, depending on how I'm feeling, man. That was hard, man. That was a hard question, and I'm glad because I thought that was going to be too easy. I really did think that was going to be way too easy. My next question was going to be way easier, which was what was the final game the St. Louis or the final playoff game played in St. Louis, and that was Rams-Panthers. So, boom! Congratulations, Bill. Fired up for you, man. That's absolutely awesome. I got a couple more of these Ram Showcase towels. If anybody is interested, I will get rid of them for a couple bucks. I just mainly need to cover the shipping if you want one, and yeah, we'll figure that out, man. So hit me up for that as well. Also, going to be opening up for more ads next year. So like I did the Shaw's Customs ad and stuff like that. If you've got something that you would like me to add, it's not going to be anything crazy, but I'm selling ad space in Ram Showcase for the whole next season. So hit me up. Could be another fun one next year. Rams are loaded with young talent and have $1 billion in cap space next year. So as much fun as this year is, next year may be cooler, guys. Depending on what happens to the quarterback spot, I'll give you that much. I'll give you that. You can ask me a trivia question. Hit me, Porter. What do you got? We have done, actually, I've done this before on this show, and I also did it when I worked for the radio station. It was a game called Stump the Sheriff. I had one where it was Stump the Sheriff, and it was about to try to win Disturbed tickets. That's my favorite band, so I did Stump the Sheriff, Disturbed tickets. And I was crushing people, dude. I got like 8 people out. They were asking me these trivia questions like, know that. So Porter hit me up. How many yards of rushing in 2010 did Steven Jackson have? 2010 would have been still in the 1,000 range. Somebody pull over here. That's a bag of bummers. So in 2010, yard specifics are kind of hard, obviously, for obvious reasons. That's just a lot of numbers to remember. I'm not that kind of guy, but I would ballpark it at 1079. Just remembering that year specifically, it being Bradford's rookie year. And I remember a couple games, too. I was at the game in Denver in 2010 where Steven Jackson only had like 46 rushing yards. So I don't think he did a bunch of explosions that year. I want to say 1079. That's just a number coming off the top of my head just based on context clues. So you can tell me how close I am or not on that. But Yards are always a hard question now. Those are very specific. I like it though. It's 12:41. All right, I wasn't there, but it happens. Yeah, yards are a difficult trivia question to answer. Just because, again, that's just so many numbers. Score predictions, man. I'm already almost to my destination, so we need score predictions. Score predictions. I think I saw a couple earlier. Whoo, man, that sun hits that snow in the right way sometimes. Tuna said, I told Tuna that when he comes out for the Rams-Broncos game next year, I hope it snows so that I can take him out in my car. We'll do some donuts and some drifting and stuff. And he was like, no, which I thought was so funny. A little California guy doesn't want to do some donuts. There we go. Let's get into the clean stuff here. Okay, we'll drink. We'll stop. It's a red light anyway. Score predictions. 2020 was, what was the final score of the Packers game in the divisional playoffs? You're going numbers, man. I have a hard time with that, actually. That was a pretty close game. I think it was a 5-point, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why 26-21's popping into my head, but the numbers questions, man. You're crushing me on those. You're gonna crush me on those. Those numbers are hard. I'm more of a vibe guy, you know. Yeah, I think it was close. I know that. I mean, I know we had some shots there at the end that we could have. We had a chance at the end, is what I'm saying. All right, maybe not. Maybe I don't need to go so fast when it's this road out here. Nice. I'm gonna rip off my own bumper or something. Holy moly. 1832. It wasn't close. All right. Enough numbers, Porter. Coming in hot. Sheet of ice. Nice. 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 All right. Do you have any ones that are not numbers related, Porter? Because that'd be pretty cool. Score predictions, though, for this one. Feel free to drop them. Obviously, the Rams did lose to this team before, but we were down Lake. They were down Merrick. We were down normal Stafford. and they were down Christian Roseboom. So, yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this specific matchup of, like, how last game doesn't mean anything to this one. I think first sack fumbles, Young takes it for a touchdown. Dude, that would be awesome. I would not be sad about that one bit. I feel like this is where Verse really shows up. Honestly, I'm feeling good about our pass rush for this game. It just seems like a day that they would just be on. You know, it's like weather and all that stuff. What was Cup's first touchdown with Stafford? Would have been 21. Did he score against Chicago? I don't remember. I don't remember if he scored against Chicago or not. It's been a while since I've seen that year. I do watch Rams games multiple times. Even just last night, I watched the Rams-Eagles playoff game from last year, and then the condensed versions of our playoff run, except for the Super Bowl. It was strict instructions from Rams House that's the vibe we were bringing to the function. So this playoff game from last year, and just wild card divisional and NFC Championship game from 21. That was the vibe. Holy moly. 42-23, Rams move on and play the Sea Chickens. Yeah, if all home teams, well, except for the Rams, if if the other home teams win, then the Rams will be taking on Seattle. Basically, yeah, if Philly and Philly and Chicago win. The Rams would win and play Seattle. The way that the Rams could get a home game would be if all road teams this weekend win. Clean this bad boy off before it freezes again. Sounds terrible. All right. Rewatch the 2018 NFC Championship game. Nice. Against the Saints. That was a clean play, man. Nickel Roby-Coleman, man, he was right on time, I think. I think it was perfect play. I think it was dead on timing, man. He was so good. So good. And the ball got tipped. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the ball got tipped, and Nickel Roby-Coleman was not late. So 2 reasons. What's happening? I feel like Van Jefferson has a good year in 21. What are we talking about? 21, why we trade him, and Atwill have a good year in 23 before he got injured. Okay, so for Van Jefferson, that was a numbers game. We had too many wide receivers and couldn't afford to put that many dollar bills into the position group. As far as Tutu goes, I think that the Rams wanted to get Tutu. I think that they want to have a guy like Tutu, but I just don't think that Sean McVay really uses that kind of player in his offense. I think he wants to have it for that deep ball and stuff like that, but he doesn't really utilize it that much. There is also reports, rumors, whatever you want to say, that the Rams were going to try to trade try to draft Matthew Golden. And so it makes sense that he does want a player like that. It's just unfortunate that, again, I just don't think he knows how to use him. I think that's why Tavon was gone pretty quick after McVay showed up. Deshaun Jackson didn't even want to make it through a season in a McVay offense. And then Tutu, I mean, it's like he's in position to do so much, it seems like, but then we just don't really do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think that Tutu comes back, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a good thing for him, man. Go out, man. Go make some money and some plays elsewhere, man, because we clearly don't even use him that much. So that's it. And then, I mean, that's the thing too, is I know a lot of people are like, well, we don't want to see our players go and be good somewhere else. But it's like, but if they were never going to be good here, then, I mean, might as well just let them spread their wings and fly. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about the Tutu stuff and all that. Whittington, I think, fits in really, really, really well with what we do specifically. I just think that he's in a numbers situation right now behind guys like Adams and Puka, because he plays very similar styles to Puka. Not to the level, of course, because Puka Nacua is not human. He's an absolute space robot sent to Earth to destroy corners' ankles and stuff. So, yeah. How many touchdowns does Stafford throw for today? I think he gets 2, but I think it's because we kind of just want to get out of this game. Like, not that we want to get out of this game, but I think that we are going to need to run the football. And then I just don't think that the passing game is like the main focus in this one. Atwell is sticking with us. That's good. I mean, I guess. I just don't think he knew or understood what kind of market he would have, which is why he was okay to come back on a 10 mil fully guaranteed. And also, I mean, I'll do a lot of things for $10 million in a year fully guaranteed. So if it's play backup behind guys like Puka and Devontae Adams, then, dude, sign me up yesterday, man. I'm all about it. So I'm sure that it wasn't a hard decision for Tutu to be like, yeah, I'll stick around another year. And Adams is a robot in the end zone. He sure is, dude. It's so funny to hear people be like to talk about the 1 yard touchdowns and stuff like that. And it's like, nobody does it though. It's like, what? And it's kind of funny to hear us sound like, in some circles, Eagles fans. Because it's like the tush push. It's like, well, if it's so easy, why doesn't everybody do it? It's like, well, because it's not actually that easy. But it's like, with the tush push, it's like, well, I feel like we don't do it because our quarterback is the crypt keeper's dad, you know? So it's like he's just an old man. So it's different for us. I mean, we could do the tight end thing like the Baltimore Ravens did. They were doing it with Mark Andrews. I think that we should do that with somebody like Colby Parkinson because he's just a massive human being. But if we can score touchdowns by just Matthew Stafford hitting one little step back, and just like lobbing the ball up, and then Devontae absolutely making somebody look like a child out there, then I mean, why not? So it is just kind of funny to hear like, well, if that's such an easy play, then why doesn't everybody just do it? And it's like, well, yeah, that's a perfect response to that because it's true, man. Stafford might win Super Bowl MVP and regular season MVP. That is absolutely true. Last year, by the way, the first team All Pro quarterback did not win MVP. It was the second team All Pro quarterback that did win MVP. So I guess in some sense you could say that could happen again, but standardly that does kind of stay in line. I also like what JB was saying that one day on Between the Horns a couple weeks back. It's like, what if Drake May does win MVP, but then Matthew Stafford wins Super Bowl MVP over Drake May in that game? It's like that would be the ultimate, like, yeah, sure, man, you had a good regular season, but head to head, I'm better. And I know they're not head to head exactly and stuff like that, but you get my point. Oh, almost dropped a Red Bull, man. Wings on the floor. And if we don't have any more questions, if we have Cup this year, will it be better or worse? I think we'd be pretty much the same. We'll be completely honest, man. He hasn't been what I would consider a game changer in Seattle. I mean, we know what he is. We know how good he can be, but let's call it what it is, man. Let's not just hype up guys for no reason and stuff like that. 21 Cooper Kupp was unbelievable, and at his best, that is who he is. That did exist, but that was the one year that he did that. He didn't have any other years like that. He had games that he would go off at, but that year specifically, the 21 season, I think kind of put this image of him in people's heads, and reasonably so. That year was absolutely insane. Best wide receiver single season year of all time. But I think it kind of put it into people's heads that like he can do that every year, and that just unfortunately wasn't true. And I think that the Rams kind of saw that and moved on. I think that we improved by moving from Cooper Kupp to Davante Adams. That's what I can say. I think that we are a better football team this season because Davante Adams was our wide receiver, not Cooper Kupp. And not to say that Cooper Kupp's a bad player or anything like that. I think we would have done fine with Cooper Kupp, but I think clearly Davante Adams is the better player. So there's that part. All right, guys, it is getting to crunch time here, and I think I'm going to head inside and start crushing beers, start high-fiving homies. Bill, you got your Ram Showcase towel, man. This bad boy will be coming to you as soon as I get that address, man. I'll stop by a post office and get this out to you, man. So we got that. We've got some koozies here. Keep my beer nice and cold for the Super Bowl. And a glove, because if I'm called upon, I'm going to be ready. So that's Dante Dion's glove. True story. Heck yeah, man. Yo, Edwin, enjoy that friggin' game. It's going to be a good time. Bill, congrats again. Porter, thanks for hanging